ugly.
West side, the best side, west side.
Ew. What's going on, y'all? Y'all already know what time it is. It's WTT's You in the Street. I got your country cutie Kates in the building.
Yeah.
I got the man with the plan, Enrique fan. Yeah. We got a special guest. Chris June is our host tonight, y'all. And we got a special guest in the building, so we couldn't get Sierra.
We got the next best thing.
Well, you're wrong. My name is Sierra. Oh, her nickname is CiCi.
Enrique, don't do that.
Always
We
got
practice. We just practice.
Okay, well, let's rewind.
Woo.
If you want to be politically correct, my name is Sierra, so.
But you know how when somebody give you the nickname, we already family.
So now you got to be
Right.
politically. We didn't get
already
Sierra
family.
Wilson.
So we got
Right. So you got Sierra Harvey.
Well, we got Sierra
Harvey.
Harvey. You know Steve?
You got all the names.
Steve is my cousin.
Really?
Not Harvey though, not that. Steve Couch.
Okay, I see y'all too.
Yes, I get it.
We gonna do the benediction.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not fool around. We got artist CiCi in the building, y'all. What's going on, love?
Hey.
Welcome to the Q in the Streets domain.
Thank you.
Now,
I'm so
we'll
excited to be
say
here.
everybody don't make it out of here. If that music ain't fire, we're gonna let you know, okay?
Please.
Jesus
Please let me
Christ.
know.
So what's going on? So tell us a little bit about yourself for the people who don't know CiCi. Wait, are you Sierra or CiCi? Your stage name is CiCi. Right?
CiCi Nicole is my
Okay,
stage
CiCi
name.
Nicole, honey. Let's go on and get into it.
Well, I actually, CiCi Nicole is my artist name.
Okay.
CiCi Couture Black is my female impersonation name.
Okay.
That's where I started out in choreography, dancing, been dancing my whole life. I've been on Showtime at the Apollo as a kid.
What-
I would never tell you
about to
because
say,
I
what
was not
age?
Sierra then. So I
we
would
gotta do our
never.
research.
Tell them what you did on the podcast.
I did Michael Jackson actually. Started out doing Michael Jackson
Are you a
impersonations.
vocalist?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I can hear a little singer in you.
Okay. Well, actually, it's so funny that you say that. The first record, me doing this record, being a rap record, was not my goal to put that out first. It was the first record that I finished. I finished it in February. And it just felt right to put it out because I'm working on my album. The album is me doing more vocal things. But it's a little rap in there. I like to call myself like the Sierra Left Eye. You know,
Okay.
I love to rap.
She's Sierra
I'm
with
very,
left
I'm very inspired by Eve,
Okay.
Left Eye, Missy
Yes.
Elliott,
But
Nicki
you know
Minaj.
So that old
You want to know
schools.
something crazy?
Yeah.
It's a whole avenue for that because everybody's trying to be the next Cardi B.
Yeah.
So that whole avenue of that style of rap is completely open.
Oh, yeah.
And then what I was going to
Nobody's doing
say,
it.
Yeah.
with you putting out a single that you didn't feel that you like, I don't know if they gonna like it.
I was very nervous.
You know that we were just having a discussion about Chung Lee from Nicki's album.
Being on.
It's just like that one is cute, but when you heard the rest of the album, number one,
Gunja Burns.
Ganja Burns.
it was
You
just,
heard it?
it blew
I've heard the
It's
whole
amazing.
album.
it blew
Yeah.
Chung Lee out the water. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like you doing your homework, you putting
Yeah.
that one out that's like, ugh, and
Yeah.
then the rest of the album is so fire. But okay, yeah, she cooked
Okay,
that.
yeah.
So that's good stuff.
And it's crazy. A lot of people say it sounds like a Trina record. Which
Really?
is like, okay, I like the
So you
comparison,
want one of
but I'm
those
not.
rough rappers because you done said
No,
Eve,
I'm
you done said
yeah, I am more of a rough writer,
Well,
like rapper type
yeah,
of thing.
I gotta ask. When people put people in that Trina era,
I don't
it's
like,
like
I don't like to
Trina,
put
City
be put-
Girls.
No, I don't want to be. That's
You
why
know-
I was like, okay, the comparison is nice because we love Trina.
Yeah.
But
But
I
not
don't
that
want
style.
to be.
Got
no.
it.
When I was in the studio and I was recording it, the producer was like, "You're coming off very Nicki, very New York," and I'm like, "Okay,"
Very good girl.
and he was like, "But you're not from New York. You're from Atlanta, more South, more Southern." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know how you want me to do this. How I talk,
Right.
this how I rap, you know." And Left Eye, surprisingly, sounded like a New York rapper as well. You know, all of those people that I named that are influences as far as MC goes and me rapping, they all have this kind of like bad girl northern style of rapping, very hard that a lot of southern girls don't have. Very southern girl is a very. I come in the club, and they're very. I feel you, boo. Everything is very ghetto and very high pitched voices.
We was.
Like that, okay? It's very that. So, but I tried to go a different route with like how I was.
Yeah. I'm
Portraying
here
the
for
rap.
it. The
What-
Queen Eve Missy, Left Eye. I'm here for it.
What made you transition from like more of Sierra Nicole? Is that
CiCi
true?
Nicole.
CiCi Nicole to now CiCi the artist, because I think what a lot of people in Atlanta know you for, and I have to watch my wording because I know our community is so harsh.
Okay.
Is like more of like the underground world stuff, and now you're coming to more mainstream being an artist, because more so is like a lot of like lip singing and stuff, and now you're like people actually hear your voice, they know you to be, you know, they hear you now versus you
Lip syncing.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Okay, okay, because I have to be careful.
That's a good question. I actually had an album before. This is not my first album. This is CiCi Nicole's first album. Me transitioning to a woman, I don't want to, I'm not trying to hide that I'm a trans woman or anything, but that's not, I don't want to be labeled as a transgender artist.
Yeah.
So I don't like to open that door, but what I will say is, it's two different people from who I was, and so I don't want to go back there. I don't like to reference it, and etc. But I've done an album before, singing. It was very much so like a Tevin Campbell type of record, and that was the artist I was.
How has it been training your voice from that,
extremely hard.
From the previous artist to now?
I actually was very scared to sing, cause I hit puberty late. No, let me say I hit puberty late in my age, and I started transitioning around 16. I hit puberty around like 15. So it was right before me starting to transition into CiCi. And it was like very hard because I'm like, oh, I can't do my passion. And my passion is singing. So I just stuck to dancing and acting. I was like, I'm not going to do it no more. I'll just choreograph and I'll just dance behind people. And I saw myself wanting to, and also performing people. People say, well, you're out dancing the artist. We need you to dumb that down, or we could just have you as a choreographer. And I'm like, well, it's not my fault, you know. This is just who I am as a performer, and it's just coming out.
Just a second. I do want to say, before we go any further, it's so commendable for you to be so open, because you're going to have a lot of people following up behind you, and you're now setting the blueprint of you can transition from this to that,
Right.
and you can train your voice, you can be an artist, you can do this. So definitely want to commend you, because those are some huge shoes to fill, and you don't have a lot of people to actually look up to when it comes to.
I disagree. Well, when it comes to music, no.
When it comes to music, not when it comes to the transition, no.
Not when it comes to being like being in the
artist.
career.
Right.
Being in the career, my inspiration actually was Janet Mock and Laverne Cox. They were two of my hugest inspirations with that. Watching this Pose show also was a huge inspiration.
Gosh.
It was like, that's what made me put out the record, because I was sitting at home and I'm like, you know, I kind of let the record go. The producer was giving me a hard time about it. I felt like he didn't want to put out the record because of what he felt like maybe would get the backlash, you know, because I didn't shout him out or anything. He didn't ask for any credits on the album, the record or anything. And I felt like that was kind of him just not wanting his name on it. Because it is hard to back a transgender artist, you know, and you'll get a lot of flack from the industry. But it was just me watching that show. I was just sitting at home and I was like, I can be on the show. I can do this. I have the talents to do this. I perform every week, you know, and I'm sick of people saying, girl, you're gonna be a star one day. And I'm like, I'm already a star, you know, like, what do you mean? I'm getting booked all over the United States to perform places.
I think you should submit to that show when it comes to like music.
To Pose?
I think you should definitely, because they're always doing like the music, and I think the guy who's the announcer, you know,
Billy Porter,
where he is now in the story is he lost his partner, and so I think he's about to start playing new music. So maybe he could bring an artist up while the people are walking and all that kind of stuff. So that's always, you know, I'm always thinking of.
That's not gonna work. She would have to do something that is fitting for that era, because that's set in like the 80s. So they've been playing like 80s,
early 90s.
You just switch your music. Not switch your music, but as you go on as an artist.
Well, that's my style. So early 90s, 80s music is where y'all will hear once the music come about. especially with me getting ready for
Ready for the music.
the album. Yeah.
So let's talk about you being a performer.
Okay.
Have you like taken professional dance classes?
Yeah. I'm
So
a
you are
dancer.
trained. Okay, let me tell you why I asked, because I went to a show. We never met.
Okay.
But I went to a show with Enrique Demani, but I probably about 2 years ago when I first got to Atlanta. We went to a show, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is nice." I'm like, "Oh, this is nice. It's nice." When you came on stage, it was like, I'm about to sound real churchy, a shift in the atmosphere. It was just like, you came and I was just like, who is that?
And I
You're
don't know
dancing. You're dancing, like, I don't, like,
He's such a hater.
you're singing and stuff, like, but when you dance, you just lose it. And you just
Captivated.
zone out and you just become this whole other person. And I could see you keeping up with a Sierra.
Yeah.
So do you like study her, or you just kind of just go into your own?
I study Janet.
I was about to say.
Sierra is more my comfort zone. That's me. That's like, I relate. That's why I relate to her so much. It's kind of easy for me to do Sierra. Like the level up, I learned that in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not because to say it's not hard, but we both come from the same background. Literally, we're both from the same area. Have literally the same background. I wasn't a trained dancer at first. I got training from Janella Cooper, who trained Sierra. You know, the same artist development Sierra got, I got. You know, we all came Usher. A lot of those similar artists who people connect together, we all came through the same background. Janella Sugar Cooper was that person for us. You know, Beyonce as well, Destiny's Child. You know, she was a choreographer for them before Frank Gatson came into play. You know,
So you ain't just good out here. She's like, I'm trained, y'all. I have training for this. So let's get into the single that you brought us today.
Yeah.
So you've been talking a lot about it, and some of us about to hear it I've already been jamming to it in my truck, but a few of us, a few of y'all are gonna hear it for the first time. So
now,
go ahead and introduce the song.
so this is my first single, and it's called Dance With Her. Yay, get ready to dance, y'all.
No, you get ready to dance.
Ow.
All right, y'all keep it locked. It's WTNT's Q in the Streets.
Ow.
Q on the Street remix. Good stuff, CiCi.
Thank you.
Okay, so as you can see, people gonna rock with it.
Vibing,
People gonna
yeah.
rock with it.
Yeah, I really was
chorus
nervous about it, but yeah, it is.
What you gonna do, Rain?
Dance
Come on,
with a
dance
beat.
with a beat. That's gonna be a caption, honey, okay?
Okay.
Let's wait for it.
You can't wait to take old nasty pictures.
Come on,
man.
dance girl.
What you doing right? Dance with a.
Hello?
It's like, I felt like it was perfect timing. I'm on this show called Seventh in Love. It's a series on Amazon Prime and YouTube right now, and I felt like with me coming on this new season, this is the second season of the show. So anybody who want to get caught up, you can catch up on the first season. Me being on that show and Pride is coming up. Felt like it was perfect timing because I'm.
Are you performing?
I will at Atlanta Pride. There's Black Gay Pride and then there's Atlanta Pride. I will not be performing at Black Gay Pride, but I will be performing at Atlanta Pride.
So tell them the difference, because they don't know.
Okay, Black Gay Pride is
Labor Day weekend.
It's Labor Day weekend, and they just labeled it as Black Gay Pride. They just kind of took ownership of that weekend, it's more centered towards the Black community. And Atlanta Pride is the actual pride for the city.
Yeah.
Why they split them up?
People felt
I've never been to one. So
people felt that I should say people who weren't African American weren't representing African Americans at Pride. So they felt that it was too geared right. But I don't want to get into that discussion. It's crazy.
Okay.
But what I will say about Atlanta Pride is what I love is that they spend a lot of money on Atlanta Pride. It's all raised money. They raise the money. Nothing for like the Starlight Cabaret. The entertainers don't get paid for that.
Oh, that was a little shade. She was like, yes, all raised the money.
The entertainers we don't get paid for the Starlight Cabaret, which is one of the biggest which is one of the biggest prides. It's one of the biggest pride moments, which is the last night of Pride. And we don't get paid for that. We bring our artistry, we bring these big productions, big performances for the people. So I feel like it's for the people rather than for money and clout.
I want to ask you a question. gonna let Chris ask you a question first.
Hold on 1 second, because I'm on her live reading comments and she's not. They're asking how can they get your song?
Oh, it's everywhere on iTunes, Tidal, Google Play,
Dance with it,
Spotify.
kid.
You can stream it.
Ooh,
It's in
Dance with
every
it.
music store, so you can get it anywhere.
Dance with
And it's called Dance With
I was
Her.
gonna wear black and white shirt.
Ow.
Go ahead, Chris.
The only question I could think to ask, being a singer, songwriter, actor as well, doing so many different things, people always ask me, what's your favorite? And I don't know if I necessarily have one. And I know that you're here to promote your music, and but what do you have? I mean, with you being on 7th and Love, and you dancing, do you have a
favorite thing?
Yeah.
I love acting, by the way, but that's not mine.
It's not your niche.
It is my niche. It all is my niche.
It's not your strong foot.
No, it all
That
is.
too.
All of them.
But
Yeah.
the thing that I'm in heaven whenever I'm performing.
Yeah.
So that means if I'm on stage, if I'm in front of a camera, if I'm just dancing for people,
just a
etc.
performer.
I'm in heaven. I'm a performer. I'm an entertainer at heart.
Yeah.
So I don't like to necessarily categorize it, but it is categorized. So I would probably say dancing and singing. Music is you kind of put those hand in hand for me. So I would say both of those.
Okay.
Is going to be, what is your best advice for the little girl behind you who is just like you and wants to do what you do? What's your advice to her?
My advice would be to stay focused, stay driven, and have
yourself with people like me.
surround yourself. Definitely surround yourself with great people. Definitely surround yourself with positive people who are speaking positivity in you, but also giving you constructive criticism. Don't let the people who talk down on you get to you. You have to have a backbone in this business. You have to be able to be strong. That's something that our parents should instill in us, but sometimes we don't have parents there. So you have to kind of just get your mind together, get your stuff together, especially in this day and time and day and age where mental health is such a crazy thing. It's killing our people, it's killing our kids, it's killing our children, and it's the worst, and I struggled with depression and all of that as well myself. So I'm speaking from experience. You just have to be strong in this business. You have to go for what you love, go for what you do. Do not take no for an answer. This record wouldn't be out if I took no for an answer, because I was told no so many times. It doesn't sound mainstream. It's too much cursing in it. You need to down this down. You need to and no, I'm putting this out the way I want to, and etc.
Well, I got it. So you what you gonna do, Ray? Dance for the bit. CiCi, where can we find you on all your social media, love?
I am CiCi Nicole, so that's CiCi Nicole. On Instagram, on Twitter, I am at Entertainer CiCi, and on Facebook it's Sierra Nicole Harvey.
All right, guys, we about to be on a break.